Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome in.
I'm going to just see if I've gone live yet.
You're live.
Okay. And
Get loud now. Share.
make sure I'm going to do a little inviting and let people load up and come on in.
Bill and Trina are watching.
Yay. Hi, Trina.
Hello.
Let's see.
So you're watching.
I'm watching.
Karen's here. Hi, Karen.
Which Karen?
Jones.
Yes. Hi, Karen Jones. I'm glad she came.
Yep. Just waiting to get a few more people in here.
Right. How's everyone doing tonight? Staying warm? Okay, we got some folks loading.
Yep.
All right, I see Nancy Franzenberg, Kristen Lafredo Wenzel, Kelly Erickson, Angela Birch Lawrence.
Yay!
Beth Ann. Hi, Beth Ann.
Hi, Beth Ann from Philadelphia.
You always remember that.
Well, it's because she puts it in there. I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh, I thought you had a good memory there. Hi, Mara. How are you? Okay. Do we see Jean? Yep, there she is. Got her hot chocolate warming up.
Jean, your mom?
Yeah. Or a wig.
Or a wig.
Okay. How's everyone doing? Hi, Kristen Tatum. How's everyone doing tonight? For those of us living the dream, Mara says.
Well, if your dream has a bunch of snow in it, you've got a good one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it sucks.
And if you need any more, you know where to find me. Hi, Laura.
Doesn't she live here in town?
Yeah.
We can just ship it across town.
We've got so much in our driveway. It's awful. And just trying to get down our street, there's like grooves, ruts from the ice and everything. So I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. I'm always liking to change it up. So we're going to do some drawings. And Bill determined that we're going to do 6 drawings tonight.
Yeah, I figured we only did 2 last week.
I think we did 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2 last week. We'll make up for it.
It's celebration.
It's celebration time.
That's right. Okay.
Only, what, 4 weeks left?
Is it 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We're at...
beginning of March.
That's right. Oh my gosh, he's right. You keep up every week. You know that. Down pat. So we're going to do some new things. Hi, Tater. Hi, Cheryl. Kristen says, freezing. I'm so over winter. I'm with you on that. So I have a new host code. I started a new host code for this month, and this is going to go till the 31st of March. ZNWEQZPB. We've got a lot of tips tonight and a lot of announcements, so I'm splitting them up because I bore myself on some of these things. So it's celebrations. We've already talked about that. You guys know each week I've been telling you, the ones who've been following me regularly, but I have to, in case there's someone new, with celebrations, for every $50 you spend, you earn free gifts. And the gifts come from these catalogs. So this was the first of the celebration items of things that you can win. And I do want to let you guys know that the ribbon combo pack is coming back, I think like March 4th. Is what I read. So
only Monday.
They sold out on that. Yeah. So, and that's coming back and I cannot wait. So I haven't been doing too many demonstrations with some of the stuff that has sold out. And usually it is, you know, they buy a quantity of it and they did not expect that it would go out as quickly as it did. But you guys went nutso on some of the freebies. So then they did a 2nd generation freebie, and we're going to be using this stamp set tonight. And I'm going to stand up here. Hi, Julie. I want to just show you guys. We're going to be using the Stamparatus. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It's so awesome. Hi, Sandra. I actually made a card that I posted on my blog using this. And we're going to do something similar, only we're doing home decor. We're not going to do any cards tonight. So this is an awesome stamp set. And this you can get absolutely free, you guys. Free. I did a demonstration the last 2 times on these items that were added also. So if you need catalogs, let me know. I will get you one. I do want to say that tonight we're going to be using a couple of stamp sets from the new catalog. So we're going to be using Life is Grand, and we're actually going to be using that stamp set, or stamp from the set. And then we're going to be using a die cut, the butterflies, and that's from the Beauty Abounds. Now, if you get the stamp set and the dies together, you save 10%. So another way to save. And remember, for every $50 you spend, that saving the 2 together is 55 something. So that earns 1 celebration, just that.
Well, doesn't that get them points too?
Yeah, I'm going to do that at the end. I wanted to break this up a little bit because it's so... Oh, you guys, share my video to your wall to be entered into a chance to win for my weekly drawing of prizes. Tonight we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. USA only, though, please. I learned my lesson on that. International shipping is expensive. And I can't sell to anybody international, so it doesn't really do me any good. But I brought this back out again because we're going to be using the Stamparatus. I love the bag. It's awesome. But we're going to be using this tonight, and I'm going to be teaching you all kinds of tips and tricks as we go. So that is it for the beginning announcements. And we're going to do the drawings tonight, Bill, all at the end. Let's just do them all at the end. You kind of distract me sometimes when you're like, let's do a drawing. So we're just going to do it at the end. Okay. I'm going to pull out my Stamparatus. So I have that ready to go tonight.
That's the new bag.
Yeah, that's the new bag.
New accessory bag. Woohoo!
It matches the other one. So, okay. The Stamparatus is the coolest tool. It's the coolest tool. So, do you guys want to see what we're going to be making?
Probably the coolest tool since polymer blocks, huh?
Photopolymer stamps.
Yeah.
And yeah, cling blocks. Okay. Hi, Chris. So let's give you a sample. We're going to be making ours a little bit different, but I'm going to give you a sample of what we're going to be making tonight.
Hi, Tara.
Let me... Oh, Tara's here? Woohoo! Okay, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. Am I in camera?
You're in camera.
Okay. So, you guys, we're going to be making something similar to this. We're going to do this with... we're going to change the colors up so you can see, you know, what it looks like in a different colors, because there's so many options and there's so many things. Now, I do want to explain a couple things before I pull this away. Hi, Carmen. This is going to be great. Home decor with multimedia is really big right at the moment, and so there's many ways that you can decorate something up, and but what's also awesome is if you give this as a gift to someone, and maybe they don't care for the saying on the inside, or they use it and they need the frame. I mean, you could put a picture in here too, and this would just be a darling little gift. So, okay, I am going to get started with this. Hi, Monkey.
She loves the butterflies, by the way.
Monkey does?
Oh, yeah.
I love the monkey. Okay, so again, I want to show you the stamp sets that we're going to be using. We're going to be using the All Adorned, and this is one of the freebies. We're going to be using this image right here. It's so awesome. We're going to be using Life is Grand, and we're going to be using this image here. And then we're not going to be using the Beauty Abounds, but I did use the two thinlits. Are they thinlits? Yeah, they're thinlits. So we're going to be using that for the project tonight. I'm going to set those aside for a moment. The color palette, oh, I don't even know where to start. Did I show this already?
Yes,
the card. So you can see how color on color this looks like, and it's so beautiful. I love this color combination, bright and vibrant. Hi, Franklin. Thanks for watching me. Okay, let's get going, and let me try to pretend I'm very organized. Let's pull out the project sheet. So the colors that I chose, and I do have some tips tonight. The colors that I chose for tonight is going to be the Petal Pink and the Calypso Coral. And so anybody new that's joining, please share my video so you can be in for my drawing. So I do want to show you a couple things. I'd cut them out in the different layers. So I think I'm going to start with this. No, I think I'll start with the stamping because that's impressive. So we'll start with the stamping. Where I got these frames, now I want you to see something. This is not an expensive frame. This is a dollar store frame. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out just to start with so you can see it cost me $2.50. So if you already have some crafting supplies on hand, a lot of this can be made for just $2.50 if you've got the inks and a few things, which is awesome. Okay, I'm going to start off with the Stamparatus. This is cut at a 4x6 piece, and this is the very vanilla. The reason why is that fits right in here. That's why I cut it at that. And it also fits on my Stamparatus. Now, I like to use a piece of, what is this called? Sticky note. Just to kind of line up wherever I'm doing my paper, and this lines it up perfectly. It's easier for me, you don't have to. But with the grid behind here, this is great because then you can get, oh, you know what I forgot to get out of here? On the back of the Stamparatus is the magnets. Yeah, they're stored here. These are very powerful magnets, as you can tell, and they're attracted to each other and they can break. So I actually wrapped mine in duct tape, little tip. But let's go back here. Am I in camera?
Yes, you are.
Okay, like the end of the Stamparatus, people can see.
Slide it forward just a little bit.
Is forward up?
Up.
Okay.
There you go.
Is that good?
That's good.
Okay, good thing I got the Stamparatus because I could not stamp at this level. So I'm going to use both of them just to hold it down. Now, a tip that I like is to take the stamp case and put that right here underneath so that I'm going to pull this off so I can show you, so that it holds the panel up, because we're going to be inking right on that. What is that called? Not panel. Plate. Okay. Words are hard. I've been excited about this all day. So I'm going to take the stamp and I want to put it into the corner where I want it to be lined up. Like so. And I want kind of a little border edge on that. Any questions or anything so far, Bill?
No.
Okay. That's how you do it. Awesome. Now, I did move that, so I want to line it up again. And I'm following the line on the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with the Petal Pink, and I have not made one with this color yet, so this is going to be new. So my favorite thing, am I in camera over here too on the plate? Or just
down the outside edge.
Does that work okay?
Slide it towards me.
Yep.
Yep, right there.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ink up my image. Now there's a couple things I want you guys to know. This is the petal pink. You see how it got on the plate? Don't worry about it because it's not going to get onto our project. I'm going to push this down. This is like the most amazing stamp tool ever. I've showed you guys how to do the hinge walking before, but I love this. So give it a good push. Perfect. Now, if I did want to add a little bit more ink, I could, and do it again if I wanted that image to look a little bit different. Now, see how it's not getting on my project because the stamp is stopping it. Ta-da! Okay, let me show this up close. You see how that stamped perfectly in the corner? So now let's do the same thing. Let's turn it again. Let's do the same thing on this edge. You like that?
I do.
Okay. We're going to ink it up again in the petal pink.
Nice.
Did I get that in the same?
People are liking it.
All right. I like that people like it. Okay. Now, look. I missed a spot there. No worries. It's the Stamparatus. I can re-ink it up and press down again. Now look at how much I've got on here. I inked that good. And really you don't have to ink that much, but I'm trying to prove a point. Okay, now for those who cannot stand having a mess or a gooby ooby, that's what this is perfect for. You can't do this with that scrubby thing, but all I have to do is wipe it away. Awesome, right? Okay, now actually, I'm going to do this the right way here. I'm not really happy with how that inked in that spot, and that would be this side, so I'm going to ink that again, and I'm going to pay more attention. Another thing for me that I found as a tip is that this plate curves, or it comes down to have that hinged edge. So I like to stamp more towards the outside. That way I can put some pressure on it. Perfect. Look it. So now I've got two matching sides. Isn't that awesome? That's where you say yes.
I can see it now. I haven't got there yet.
Oh, I forget. You're not standing. You're sitting beside me, but you can't see what I'm doing.
That's right.
Well, you should automatically, as the husband, though, just say, oh,
Just,
yes. Yeah, go, ooh, ah. Let me, I want to hear the ah again.
Ah.
I just want you guys to know I pay him. That's his weekly allowance.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm pushing it on here, and I'm not even getting the goobers from the plate. Oh, that's just not going to work for me. I need to re-ink. I couldn't do this blindly looking through it, the human eye. But having this tool, I can line it up perfectly each time. Is everyone impressed with the Stamparatus?
They are.
Good. Okay, one more. Let's do this other corner here. Are there any questions?
Not yet. Just I'm supposed to have a prompter.
Hey, is Joy on here?
Yes, she is.
Oh, good. I need a scapegoat.
Being well behaved.
Unless I screw up, then we know who did it. Okay. Inking it up again. I will tell you this too. I do double ink because you can see, well, one, I didn't get the color that I wanted, but I want it a little darker, so that's another reason on these light colors I'm doing a double ink. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay.
Now, Joy did say that she cut her chamois
in half.
In a third.
Oh, in a third.
So she has a smaller piece to wipe her plates with.
Ah. Well, I actually have another chamois that I was going to do that with. I just haven't gotten brave enough, I guess. I mean, I did just purchase it so that I could have one cut. But I really don't have any trouble not cutting it. I know lots of people do that. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on again. And we're going to clean up our plate. Sounds like I'm a little kid. I've got to clean up my plate. And clean up the stamp because we're going to get the next one out. I am so excited about this stamp set, you guys. I don't ever want to give it up, ever, ever, ever. I will probably be using this. I've seen a couple things done. People angled it so that it's all going on the inside, which is really cool. Okay, now I'm going to bring out the Life is Grand because I want the same Life is Grand because we're making this as a gift, right? Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this, and Stampin' Up! Has some grid paper that I don't have yet. Cannot wait to get my hands on it, but there is on these plates, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull this up close. Can you see? There are some, can you see that there are some grid lines here?
Yep.
Okay, good, great. All right, so here's what I have figured. This saying, Life is Grand, this is pretty straight. I was looking at it and looking at it closely. I'm going to put this under here. And so I know that that's a straight image, so I'm going to put this kind of lined up with the paper here where I want it. Oh, well, you can't move it after you line it up. Maybe right there. And then I go pick it up with the Stamparatus. Now, I am going to get a piece of scrap paper since I don't have my grid paper yet. I do want to make sure. There's a couple things here. Now, this comes out. I didn't do too bad. So with those lines, I wonder if I have a piece of, yeah, that shows. So with the lines on here, you can see I've got this going up just a little bit higher. So I probably need to come down with that. Like there. So the grand is coming here, and I want that straight, and it comes out there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
On how I'm being able to line it up?
Straightening it out.
Okay, so I want to see how straight this comes out. So I'm going to just put this here. Let's close up our petal pink. And let's get our Calypso Coral. Okay, this stamp set is one of those distinctive stamp sets, so it's not going to ink completely up. I will say this, if you have an ink pad that is too juicy, oh, I hate that word, it will not work because it'll fill in all of the little gaps. So if that happens, here's another tip, you guys. I always keep a spoon, a plastic spoon. You can push the ink down into your pad with the spoon, and then that helps get some of that ink off. You can also use, if it's too wet, you can also use a paper towel. I just don't like to waste ink. Okay, So we're going to do a test run on this just to kind of see if this is straight. Oh no, my paper crimped up, but yeah, it's not too bad. However, I got snarf on it, so I'm going to clean up the stamp on that edge. Not too bad. Okay, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Was that right where I think it should be? If not, Joy's available for blaming. Joy, do you ever get tired of being my scapegoat? You watch for an answer.
I am.
Ta-da! Oh, I love it. Okay. So let me pull this off. Can you see how that stamp is so awesome? I love that stamp. I love it. Oh.
Joyce says, nah, it's okay.
That's because she knows I do it in fun. Not everybody has a good sense of humor.
I like it.
Isn't that pretty? It came out really good. So, let's clean that up. I know. And, you know, it doesn't have to, like on the card, I had it match up, you know. And you can see on the card, like, this part, you know, comes in and it kind of goes over, but they match up so well. And I love that little border that it has on it. I feel like that gives an extra little something, something. I don't know. Am I crazy? Yes. Okay. So now we've got this. Let me get the... Let's put it in our frame and see how that looks. Awesome. Isn't it awesome?
Yes, it is.
Okay, now you can, I would suggest if you're giving it as a gift though, maybe take out the $2.50. But let's see, which direction is it going to go? This way. I'm going to put the glass behind so it could be used again. So like if they want to put an actual photo or something on there. So let's just turn it over. Okay.
Make sure you get your thing going the right way. The stand.
I did already. See? It stands.
Pass that for you.
Okay, so now we've got our base. Now I want to talk a couple things. Let me go back to this. I'm going to set this aside for a moment. So when I cut these out, I do want to show you guys something. I very rarely have any problems. I've heard people talk about their plates bend and fold. First of all, let me grab my plates before my big shot. So I'm lucky enough that I have 2 big shots. I basically had a couple of big orders that came through and I was able to get something for half price. So I, of course, took that opportunity. So I have one that I don't ever cut on. These are my plates. Simply one big shot just does my embossing. The other does my cutting. And as you can see, I have pretty flat plates. And these things are, I mean, you can't even see through this, can you? So, okay, yeah. Well, the reason why is because I don't have tips and tricks like other people. Turn it upside down, do this, do that. I keep plates specifically for one or the other. And when I'm running something that is this integral through the big shot, I just want to show you how I sandwich it. Now, obviously I have my paper and I have the die cut on top of that. And I put those in to run through so the die cut is facing down. But I use a shim. Now, this went out in our last color revamp. It was some rose red. and cardstock. And I don't know if you can see how shiny this is now, because I've used it for probably 3 years as my shim. I just mark it shim. And I run it through. It's flattened, so flat. It's so smooth. But I put that shim right on top. So when I am running through and even though it's this thin, just cardstock thin, when I'm running it through the Big Shot, I run it back and forth, not once, not twice, but 3 times when I'm doing something that's detailed like this. My reasoning for that, with that shim, it actually cuts them out pretty easily, and thoroughly, like cuts all the way through. And I'm just going to show. I'm going to pull this one out. So this one is more detailed than this one. So when it is like this and you pull it up, you've got all these scrap pieces, but it's usually still stuck to this thing. And so what I do, honestly, is I use one of my papers that isn't the one that's really cut up. So I usually use one of the other ones. And I take it over the trash and I go like this. And literally they all fall out. I don't have to do anything anymore because they all fall out. So I wanted to share that tip. Now, this one does have one little one here because this is so detailed. What did I do with my... Oh, it's right here, right in front of me. So I have 1, 2, that's it, to punch out.
A couple questions here.
Okay.
They're asking about the precision plate.
I don't use the precision plate. It all is, it's, I guess it is all in preference. I do have it, and I have used it before, and it works great. However, I would find that it started warping my plates, so, if you use it a bunch. And this method that I just explained to you, I literally take this over the trash and they all fall out. And I just started doing it. I've been using the shim for a while, but I started doing it on these detailed things and they just all fall out. But I don't run it through once. I run it through once and back 3 times. That's 6 times. These things are like cut out and ready to go. Okay, that's my tip. That took way too long. I'm sorry, you guys. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, I feel like I was rambling on. And some people have lives other than stamping. Okay, next tip. We're going on. So I've showed this a million gazillion times of how I glue intricate things together. This silicone mat is $6, you guys. This is my favorite. If there's any kind of a craft or investment, if you do anything with the hot glue gun, you're going to want one of these mats. And I cannot begin to tell you all the different things that I use it. But a hot glue gun, whenever you get that hot glue gun going, you can just click it off. You don't have a mess all over your table. It's perfect. So I do other crafts other than stamping. Okay, so I've showed you this a few times. Normally, I don't line mine up. I like mine off kilter, but for this project, I'm going to have to line it up pretty kilter. Normally, I tell you with the green glue that you need to, it gives you time to move it around. The technique that I'm going to show you does not give you time to move it around, so be precise. So, here we go. This is just a piece of PVC pipe. I keep one of my sponges that I cut. I usually have something to mark it so that it can dry. This is just my storage method. This glue will come right off of here. I put a fairly good dollop of glue. You don't want to move this. Keep this right on your mat, but try to keep this in place so you don't get glue on the outside of your project. I like to dab a little bit. See, it's all sticky and gross. So this, I'm going along these edges. Was that your stomach?
No, sir.
Is that the dog?
She's snoring.
The dog's snoring. I thought it was Bill's stomach growling. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just ate, Bill. Okay. So I'm going to dab it. Now this is not going to give me, this stuff is pretty sticky. So this is not going to give me a lot of time. So I need to glue it right the first time.
That's right. One and go.
One and go. That's right.
One and go.
Okay, but I do want to make sure that inside each of the stomachs of the butterfly and on the big areas. Okay, so the reason I didn't move it is because I don't want that I don't want it to get on the other side of the project. So I moved that out of the way. I also glued on the thinner piece, the more detailed piece, because I don't want glue showing through my project. So to glue this together, okay, I may have to stand. To glue this together, I want to stand above it, and I want to do one at a time, starting from the top, so that I can get it lined up. I was actually talking to my cousin tonight, and I was telling her how I'm a paper queen because I think I'm like pretty cool at this. Not that this isn't a technique that other people don't do, it's just that I never do it quite like this. So this will dry, and when it dries, like there's a little bit here, I just want to show you, it'll just roll right off of this. And so when it dries, I'll roll that off there and I'll have a clean mat again. I also washed it with soap and water today. So just plain dish soap was easy just to clean it up. Okay, now I want to cut these apart. Now to cut them apart, I'm going to go the least resistant way to do this. So this one is very easy. Cut, done. I'm going to bring my little tab here. I also might want to shape the end. Okay, this one is pretty easy. Cut. This one is pretty easy too. I wonder what she is dreaming about, because she is kind of a noisy little girl. And that came out pretty good. So, got our pieces all cut up. Let's bring our frame back in. And let's decide here. Now, my original, I like to lay it out first and see what I like. And I'm still kind of liking this format. I'm gonna, okay, anyone saying anything?
Oh, they love this.
Yeah, it's just something different. I mean, we do all kinds of crafting, and a lot of us are card makers, some scrapbookers and stuff, but sometimes just something different. What I love is the handmade sentiment of this, the way you can give it as a gift to someone, and I think it means more. So I'm going to use glue dots to glue this on, and I'm going to kind of do a little bit of, before I like dimensions, so sometimes I do a little bendy here. I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of this guy. Glue dots are very sticky. And like I said, I got these at the Dollar General. So these are kind of current right now, because I know someone will ask me. And I think
the frames?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's good. All right. Let's see.
Gwen likes it.
Gwen's watching?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're freezing our butts off here, Gwen. And Gwen is, I don't know where she is at the moment. I think she's on a cruise, you guys. Okay. There we go. And
Cool.
Isn't it neat? We're not done yet.
We're not.
No. Let's see.
More?
But wait, there's more. That's right. Okay. So, let's set this aside now. One thing that I think sometimes we forget is that, first of all, you guys know I love Stampin' Up. I love everything about Stampin' Up. My favorite thing is our cardstock. If you've ever, I don't want to talk about anybody else, but our cardstock is the bomb, and I mean that. But they make it so easy because all of our colors match, all of our inks match, all of our papers match. It's easy to come up with color combinations. But if you don't have something that you want, for instance, I was working tonight trying to figure out, and I'm just going to show you. When I was doing this, before I came up with what I wanted to have in the center, I colored one of the faceted, clear faceted gems to match my project. Now, I didn't like it, so I'll just save that, and sometime when I'm using Bermuda Bay, I'll find a use for it. But I took some of our pearls. I ended up liking our pearls. And I'm using, and I haven't done this one yet. This is the dark Calypso Coral, so we'll see if it works. I just take that brush tip end, and, oh yeah, I'm going to like it. I can tell you that now. Well, if it's going to run away from me, that's not going to work. Okay, maybe I can't do this on camera. Am I still on camera if I'm down here? So you can color them in and make what color you want. So let's color a bunch of these. I'm using the large pearls. And I'm going to do about 7 of them here. Did I get all of that? And when they dry, they go just a little bit lighter. I think I got them all. Yeah, pretty darn good. Okay, so another tip and another reason why I love this company so much. So let's bring this in. And let's just start with one. Now you have to, you know, if you know someone's color scheme in their house, that's good to know when you're making a gift for somebody. Now, even though this one's popped up, I'm going to put one right there on it. And then they say that odd numbers is aesthetically pleasing. So 3, 5, 7. So we're going to use 7 of these little pearls. 1, yeah.
9.
Okay, Bill, they understand. Bill knows his odd numbers. Okay, so here was the original. I don't know if I can get both of these in camera or not. Yeah, the pearls do dry pretty quickly. Someone said something about that.
Yep.
Are both of them in camera, or do I need to?
Sort of. The one you made is more in.
Okay, so which color combination do we like?
I like the pink.
You like the... This is coral. Oh, another thing for this season, you guys. Coral is the big color for 2019 summer season. So be seeing a lot of coral in the stores and stuff. I like them both. Let me move this up a little bit, but I'll do it when I'm not on camera. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do it right now. Okay. So Gloria says the blues. That's right. I do. Now, the color combination that I used on this one, this is Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. But on this one, I did it a little bit different. This is Bermuda Bay, which is the most gorgeous color. But this is Soft Sea Foam. And I thought this kind of looked like our crumb cake. So awesome. Hi, Catherine. Yeah, you like the Bermuda. Me too. I'm with you. They're both great, but it gives a little bit of variety to show you the two different colors. Okay, so let's move on. What do you think, Bill? What do you like? You like the pink? No, it's not time to do a drawing. At the end. See how he jumps the gun on that? Okay, so I'll put those aside. So I want to tell you guys about some other things than what we've already discussed. Remember, share my video for a chance to win in the drawing, because we've got quite a few drawings tonight. I've talked about celebrations. I've talked about the Stamparatus. Here was the extra things. I need this grid paper and the extra foam mat. I do want to tell you briefly, since celebration is going on, there's a couple of things that I want to talk to you about. One of them is Paper Pumpkin. I've talked a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. We had a great kit out, and I showed you that last week. But I do want to let you know that you have until the 10th of March to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin if you want to get in on the next kit. And the next kit, they're offering not one, but 2 stamp sets. Bill's over here like this. Yeah, you know the routine in it. And that's kind of their gift, because it's their 6th. They're celebrating their 6th birthday. So, but during celebration, if you pre-order a subscription for either 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, you also earn one of those celebration items. So, I will tell you this too, a prepaid subscription is cheaper than going month to month. Month to month, it's $19.95. If you just buy 1 month at a time prepaid, then it's $19. But if you keep going up, you get to the point where you can buy the whole year, and it's like you get one for free, plus all the it's free shipping and everything on there. So, but for next month, it's just mypaperpumpkin.com and choose me as your demonstrator. I do have links on my blog. Piccadilly Perks, I've talked about this, but I do want everyone to know the special that I'm running. So what is Piccadilly Perks? It's a rewards program where you can earn free products of your choice for being a loyal customer to Piccadilly Stamping. So how does it work? You earn a letter out of the word Piccadilly for every $35 purchase. I will give you an email confirmation. When you get to all the way through Piccadilly, you get a free shopping spree at my online store. So it's totally free. You can choose any item in our current catalogs and clearance rack, excluding host sets and celebration products. And the reason why is those are other promotions that Stampin' Up! Has that are earned different ways. So you can get $25 free shopping plus free tax and free shipping. So it's going to be about a $35 value. So it's like buy 10, get 1 free. All right, I'm trying this out temporarily just for this year, so that will go through January 31st, 2020. Also, this is the best time to join Stampin' Up! If you have a large wish list. And I am not kidding when I tell you they are making some awesome deals. They're giving, normally it's $99. You can choose $125 for $99. They're adding an extra $50 of product in there during the celebration. So there's 4 weeks left of this if you want to get in on it. They're giving you $175 for $99, and they're paying the shipping. So $99 plus tax. So if you have a large wish list, this is the perfect time to get in, because it's no picking getting their kit. you get to pick what comes into it. So if you need a big shot, this is the time to do it. It's an awesome deal, but not only that, it is wonderful to be a demonstrator. They also have, they're giving 2 options this year. So that craft tote, they're going to throw that in for $175 worth of product for $99, but then the tote normally costs $50, but they're selling it for $29 to whoever joins. So this is an awesome, 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 awesome list, or awesome deal. On top of that, then you're eligible for discounts after that, being a demonstrator. So every order you make, and I have a wonderful team, the Piccadilly Pearls, that are really growing and being super creative. And I have to just say, this week I have had a lot of my pearls posting some really cute, it's like an exclusive group. They're posting really good pictures of their cards that they're making, so it's very inspirational to everybody. Okay, so now it's time for our drawings, and we've got 6 tonight, so let me get them out here. We are going to do some of my handmade cards, but for tonight, I never do this, you guys. I'm also going to throw in each of the, what are these?
Frames.
Yeah, picture frames that we made tonight. So I have to get the ticket holder. Oh, wait. There's no tickets in here.
Where are the tickets at?
Oh, I had
I'm
to.
stretching to get the
I'm
one.
sorry. I got the tickets right here. You guys did a great job, and the only way that you can get, we got to mix these up a little bit. The only way that you can get into my drawings each week is if you share my video. So I'm going to mix these up. Bill, you're going to have to draw
6 times. Woo!
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Drum roll. Josh Wenzel.
Josh, thank you so much, Josh, for sharing. So tonight you have won. Oh, these were some cards that I made. I did a Facebook Live on that one. So Josh, you won some cards. I'll get those out in the mail to you. Okay, Bill.
One more.
Let's go again.
Kristen Tatum.
Kristen Tatum. Let's see what you got. Oh, this was, oh, that's so cute. I think this was a card that I made for the Piccadilly Pearls one time, actually. Okay, Kristen, I will get that out into the mail for you. Okay, let's go again.
Who is this here? Marsha Bartles.
Marsha Bartles. Okay, Marsha, you have, oh, here's that baby card that I made. Oh, and this one. I love this one. Okay, so there we go. You ready for the next one?
Next one. Laura Land.
Laura, you could use this, girly girl. So some cards that we made, I will get those out in the mail to you. Let's see, do I have everybody's address that's won so far? I think. Who was this one? Yeah, so far I do. Okay. I do. Okay, now for the big drawings for these.
Angela Birch Lawrence.
Angie, you won! Yay! Okay, so Angie, I'm going to be sending you one of these. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's awesome. Okay, last one. You ready?
Yep, I'm stretching. Getting in a bit. Jeanette Robinson.
Jeanette, no, that's Janet. Jan Robinson. So you're the final winner tonight in tonight's drawing. So I will get that to you too. Oh, congratulations, you guys. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for joining in tonight. My host code for this month is ZNWEQZPB, like peanut butter. Okay. thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back here next week, same time. Okay, have a great evening, you guys. Goodbye. Good night.